thing where you're not going to be replaced easily, then you are a winner. Where you can fit in and plug in into the system and make money. So unfortunately, most of the things the citizens are, yeah.
So the
jobs.
student that just matriculated, thinking of going into university or not, would you advise them to go and study perhaps a skill that will be obsolete in the next 5 years? Or what would your advice be? Should they start their own business? What is the future of a matriculant that just graduated?
I would advise a person to start a business, and you look, you research, you check with what is it that I can provide. Like for an example, clothes. People will be forever wearing clothes. How you brand it, it's up to you. You must be able to leave something behind, hold it, grab it, see it, smell it. You see, Indian families, they live, I don't know, their world is different from ours. You check an Indian student in Fundanai, you say, hey, now after school or varsity, what are you going to do? CV, he says, no, I don't need a CV. I'm going to work for my father. So they multiply what they have. So education is supposed to teach you, how do I make this paid cake business becomes big? If get tax, it's a transport system model. How do I change it and take the blueprint, even a bus, or take it to trains, or just have private jets? But I've got maybe I'm a jets, I'm a celebrity, make it better. If you say, hey, I can add the pizza, special ingredients, like the person who started chicken digging, like many other companies, he just saw a chicken and said, you know what, my father is selling this chicken, but no man, there's something I should die. Let me get this receipt. It became big. So education is supposed to help you with that, but our education system, it's driving us away from us or from our parents. It's natural or the normal progression that a child must work for the parents, must work in the family. Like it was in the beginning, back in the farm. We are all entrepreneurs, rich, but education yet is too far away from us. And so food. Other nationalities, every nation, every race, they cater for themselves. Zebras, they look, after themselves and for themselves. Lions, they don't hunt on behalf of the tigers. We are the only species as darkies. We take our kids to school to be educated by another race of people, and then we want to send them. It means, we're doing away with our responsibility. You should be able to answer. You brought me here, what is your plan? Unfortunately, kids cannot ask that. What is your plan for me? And then no, this is our plan, my child. You're 2 months old, and now we expect you to do this. Don't drink, don't this, preserve yourself, or like it. Kaizer Chiefs. This is what we expect from you. Kune administration, ufuna ukuba soccer player, kune physio, khetha ukuthi ufunani wena lapho, and then sizokunika ama facilities.
But you're working to broaden our empire here.
Yes, the same way as in a company. There are companies, okay, this company sends into so. What is your area of interest? Then I'm pushing, into so I'm a passion la, but okay, it's fine. This is the direction I'm retarded now. I'm a course bago empower. So nathi masithola abantwana bimele ngathi ngaba kanjalo. Umntana umbuza sesemncane ukuthi what is your interest? Naye anibuza ukuthi bazali bami, you brought me here. What is the plan?
Do you feel as though the Black nation can? Okay, first you said we need to start businesses, But they say the best leaders lead by example. Are there any businesses that you've started?
At the moment, there is one. Actually, I'm part of a couple of businesses, but they haven't produced results because they didn't materialize because sometimes our passion is not the same. But there is one. You know, sometimes ungameetha nabanye abantu kube nama-ideas ni-5 which guys, let's make
This or
1,
that.
2, 3. But you must always have,
Your own.
yeah, don't disappear in a crowd, because that crowd sometimes you don't know what drives them. They just, you know, scatter. The next thing you're lost up here because you had a vision, your crowd. In a crowd, you don't see yourself alone. It's the same as when you play soccer. Soccer teaches you a lot of things. That's why it's important to play sport. You know what you number 6 la. This is my team. But me as individual, where do I want to go? Because you don't know these guys good to buy up. Abanye bayadlala for playing. When I'm trying to get Europe, that's what makes Ronaldo, Cristiano separate or different. It separates him from the rest of the players. He's got passion. Ronaldinho was more talented than Messi and
Ronaldo combined.
but Ronaldinho was totally useless as a human being. Not maybe I'm too harsh, but he was a drunkard. Had he been disciplined, he could still be playing now. He could be still having his own monies, you know, a lot of money, endorsements, but his discipline was, you know, questionable. So, but yeah, education, I feel somehow, it's overrated. We need education to do certain things, but what I'm saying is overrated. That university ungene class, and education is everywhere. You don't necessarily mean good to me ungene varsity. I mean, if given the chance, I would bypass university. I think I wasted a lot of time at varsity. There are certain things that, of course, you cannot do. You have to go to a varsity. But for me, I would love to leave a product. I cannot leave my certificate. You know, if I have a child who wants to be a lawyer, he must start a move. Angeke azathi yazi ubaba mune honors. Ithi ngiqale ku honors ngimfundise ngithi aku honors kuso aqhubeka enze masters ne PhD. No, it doesn't happen that way. But in a company you can do that. It can form part of your portfolio. Like Abo Anglo, Abo TPS, all these companies, they're everywhere. Abo Mtsipe, they're trying to do the same. But when they're excluding, cutting down abanye abantu with the talent, Abo Ramaphosa, I don't know whether that's their plan. But people are thinking about legacies. You know, their kids, they work for them. You know, Mabasuga, like, that's normal. The other alternative is abnormal. You know, like you've never seen Abilung, Basuga Sentin, but hey, let's go to Maponya, it's cheap there. If you see that, it's when I win lot. It's only us, you know, and we need to change that. You know, it will be nice one day, Abilung, Mabangati. Hey, there's a school in Katlehong, it's beautiful. Nah, it will never happen. And then now we are irresponsible as darkies. Somehow we must also take the blame, because sometimes I don't understand Black lives. Yeah, we can be so destructive. And at some point by now, I thought we'll be wiser. But no, we are regressing. In spite of Utangnam Sevens, you organize people. I've organized people many times. 4 people will show up. They'll talk with social media. You know, we are going to do something. Even an issue, porous borders, illegal foreigners and coming here. Let's do something, because they're destroying the country, the infrastructure, drugs. People talk on social media. Many times, organize them with, let's come together, or pop up money so that fight these cases in court. No, they rather have money for a bottle of alcohol worth 2,000 rand that they have money for. I don't know what causes that. So if you can take responsibilities, you cannot blame apartheid, blame, you know, everybody else but you. We are a failure, Monjalo. But you know, we are quick. We like to blame other people, of which that's regrettable. We must take a responsibility. Say, you know what?
I could have done better here.
Yeah, more people sebenzi ukuthi, you know what is it that I can do? Lo muntu company yakhe fine akasangidingi, he no longer needs me. What can I do? Ngiyenza ngakhe yabo. Find that. You know, if you can find that, you must fight. When you wake up, you must fight. That's why now I meet people, they want to talk, you know, fantastic things. People want to, you see, like, if you're going to call me debating a religion, I've done that, I've passed that class. You know, I know the story of Heru. I know the Immaculate Conception, where that story was stolen. Then other people know what on the internet, but this guy is a genius. Someone just don't you know that there are pyramids in planet Pluto? What can I do with that? Unless that, if it's going to contribute, you know, to my world. If I'm Elon Musk, my interest, okay, I'm building a space shuttle, but this thing debate ngezinto ezingasisi indawo. You find South Africans, they're still discussing Marxism, capitalism, the dynamism of this. So we're still there. Stone Age, we still complaining in tribalism. The world is evolved, and we're not answering today's question. You find all these political parties, they're not answering the question here today. When I wake up now, where do I go? There's internet now. How do I market myself? How do I sell my product? Red tape somewhere, somewhere ivuke. How do I bypass that? We should be discussing those things as Dakis Kuti. How do we survive now? But sometimes we like these fantastic subjects that are taking us nowhere. Hey, don't you know that the Egyptians were the first, to build one? And then what? Okay, we know that all religions started in Africa. Then what?
I see. So thank you so much, Ike, for your participation in our interview today. And yeah, let's talk next time.
Yeah, peace.